welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm working on a mini kit, one of the mini sets from Paint Gem. This is from the museum edition, and this one is called Son of Man. For today, I am then using a tray from April of this year, which is the pale blue in a mini, and a gorgeous pen that was gifted to me by Dianna. So let's get the first symbol. So I'm just starting here. And for the museum editions, I haven't been adding any ABs or anything. I kind of feel like while they all are, you know, art masterpieces, albeit in a very small and pixelated way compared to the actual pieces of art, that I would keep these ones plain. But happy 18th of June to you all. I hope you're all having an awesome Saturday, the best that you can have. And we have lots of comments and questions to still work my way through waffling, or seeing how many tangents I go off on. First one for today is from Liz. So she says she's finally caught up with her June Waffle, and she got day 12 completed on the 12th. I'm guessing life got busy, Liz. She said it is a change of scenery while diamond painting, as she is on holiday in North Cornwall, and she has a lovely view of the Cornish countryside from the dining table she sat at in her holiday lodge. Sounds awesome. We're actually due to go to Cornwall later on this year, sort of the other end of the season. Oh, Dee, I nearly missed the fact that there's some up here then. I just caught them out the corner of my eye. She says she's loving the space pictures. She loves dolphins too, and has been lucky to see them in the wild from a boat several times. She has also swam with them several times. Amazing. They are very, very intelligent creatures, from what I know. Okay, D is done. Feels like a little quick one, that one. I'm sure it won't be by the time we get through the rest, but there is a little bit more colour blocking in this one, a little bit more repeating of colours than scattering, but it makes a nice little change. Varies up. These diamond colours look so similar. There is a very, very slight difference, but they look so similar to each other. But then again, it's that slight difference that can just give it a little bit of depth. And there's just a little bit sticking out of the corner of that diamond, so let's get rid of that one. Nancy, she says, thank you again, Rebecca. She says she liked having her name mentioned a few times in the video on the 12th. She says she is enjoying her June's whip choice. She says, as a Canadian, we often talk about the weather. Yes, you get a lot more snow than we do, from what I remember. She says, today, she said, it was a mixed bag. They had rain, sun, cloud, more rain, sounds like Britain, and the temperature is 22. She had to do her diamond painting inside, she said. See you tomorrow. I think it sounds like every opportunity you can get outside, you do. But rain doesn't really mix with diamond painting ever so well, does it? Or at least I don't find that the diamond painting likes it, should we say. But yeah, if you can get the opportunity to diamond paint outside, I like it when it's not too hot, and if there's a nice breeze, all the better. That's my kind of diamond painting. Right, what am I on now? Y. Just make sure I get the next colour right. And there's actually Y and X in this grey, which are very close to each other. But it will again give a little bit more depth to the painting. Amy, she says she's happy to help everyone with the cleaning of the pen. She said it's the nib of the one she likes at the moment, can't be changed, and she likes the steel nibs. Yeah, I do have a couple of pens that the nib can't be changed. Though I think I am going to try and change, if I can, sort of the brass tip part to the stainless steel ones, because they're a bit nicer. I have a new glue dot in this pen tip as well. So this pen originally had a normal plastic tip, and I have changed most of my pens. I've changed to the metal tips, the ones that can be changed. So I now have a lot of pens at the moment that don't have glue dots in them. But by the end of this waffle, I'm sure I will have most of them with glue dots in them, and hopefully they'll all be a little bit more primed so that next time I use them it'll be a lot easier. And it's not like I don't have plenty of glue dots to pop in them, because you get 300 in a box, and I don't have 300 pens yet. I definitely have a lot. I haven't even hit 100, but I definitely have a lot of pens. I do like my diamond painting pens. It's like a little treat. They make me smile. But yeah, I've definitely got enough glue dots to go around. I just will like it when they're all primed. Susan, she says that was a great waffle. She says she really likes the astronaut on the moon. The glow in the dark suit, she says, is adorable. She found last year that she didn't like working on my painting while I was working on my own, so at the same time as me, because she liked to watch the diamond painting. She said, however, hubby decided that it was taking her away from him too much if I first watched you and then spent my time on my painting. So she is listening and occasionally watching me this year. It hasn't been too bad, she said, but she still prefers the other way. She hopes I had a wonderful time celebrating our 25th anniversary this month. She said they just celebrated their 25th anniversary in March, and they went on their first cruise. She said it's quite a milestone. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, you're more than welcome. I hope you had an amazing time on your cruise. It sounds like you did. But yeah, 25 years, silver wedding anniversary. It is a milestone. Definitely makes me feel older, that's for sure. Just Shields said dryer sheets are a godsend. Yes, they definitely have been. Definitely with these kits anyway. And I'm sure they will be on future kits as well, because I do occasionally have static with other kits, just as much as I have done with these. She says she's just got an email to say her order is on its way. She can't wait to get it. Well, hopefully the postie will be in our favour and get orders to you guys as soon as possible. I can find it can be very, very hit and miss from month to month, and sometimes it's just the way they sort the post. But I know I had a few parcels, I think I had about 5 or 6, shipped out on the same day from one company. Now this was from abroad. They shipped them out on the same day and I received them over the course of a 2-week period. So there's definitely something that happens in the mail system on the way to have, you know, sort of spread them apart that much. There must be something that goes on in that system somewhere that can separate parcels from each other so much. I did have, you know, a couple appear on one day, but then I'd have to wait for the next. And sometimes it was quite a bit of a wait. Or at least it felt like it because one of them had already arrived. I think that's what made it worse. But I think we just had one that was super quick. And then we had some that were sort of normal and came within a few days of each other. And then we had the last one that just seemed to take another week or 2 before it turned up. Just a little bit testing. Maria says, hi Rebecca, and she says, thanks for the June Waffle videos. She's really enjoyed watching them while diamond painting. Wish you and your family a good day. Thank you, Maria. So far, we're having a good day, which is always good. Let's tip a few more in. I do have a rogue red one. I'm not going to fish it out at the moment. I think it's more, it depends how sticky my glue dot is as to whether I want to fight trying to pick one up and put it in the bin or not. But I definitely need the letter I to straighten those bad boys up. It's a good job they're in the middle of a painting and they will get straightened up as the rest get placed. I think I was too busy reading a comment while putting my pen down onto the canvas. Susan said, oh yeah, she said that tulip turned out fantastic. She agrees that the top flower doesn't necessarily shout tulip, but because the buds do, you know what it's supposed to be. The ABs were perfect. Thank you for sharing. Oh, thank you, Susan. I think I'm going to leave. I am going to leave the tulips as they are. I think I would have preferred. Oh, I've got more at the top. I think I would have preferred more of the same AB if I'd had enough, as in the bottom tulip. But I don't think it looks bad. I think it just looks different. And I think now that I've left it and gone back looking at it, not with the mindset of this doesn't look like a tulip, I'm a lot happier to leave it be. That's for sure. Okay, have I got all the why? Yes. Keep forgetting that there's bits further up that need doing as well. Okay, X. And then is I 310? Yes, it is. I did wonder if it was some black. But let's get the rest of the grey. Slightly lighter shade, but not by much. Kerry says, hi Rebecca, love watching all your videos. She has taken a few tips on board, and she enjoys working with glue dots as well. Yeah, once you get over that hurdle of it needs a little bit of priming to become ideal, and a little bit of dabbing on your clothes or your face. I tend to find that dabbing it on my face seems to do it a little bit quicker. I I don't know whether it's just the oils in your face that do it a bit better than fluff off your clothes, but either can work. Some people also suggest doing it on the likes of the cover sheets as well, and that can work. A lot depends on what you've got handy, to be honest, but your face is normally handy. I am finding that seems to work a little bit better, or whether it's just because I feel it's easier because I don't end up picking up bits of fluff, who knows. But it's working for priming my glue dots for now. So if you persevere with them, you know, just that first little hurdle when you first put one in, and don't think it's an immediate result, otherwise they're just awful and take it out, then glue dots can be the best. Renee says, she has a question. She says, what is a waffle? Rambling, basically. A waffle is me chatting, going off on a tangent. It's just another word for chit chat, rambling, along those lines. I just talk and talk. I work on my whip, which is work in progress, and talk. It's just another way of saying it. There is a couple of people underneath that say that they're not so glad that they're not the only one out there that doesn't know. Jackie says waffle in this context is rambling chat and is something that Rebecca excels at. I should hope so. It'd be a very quiet video otherwise, wouldn't it? I'd have to put some music on it or something, and then I've got the whole, is it copyrighted, is it not, am I allowed to use it, am I not? I'll just chat through it all instead. I can feel like I'm talking to you guys and tell myself that I'm not in a room on my own chatting to a camera, which is what I'm sort of doing as well. And then she also has a second question, which is, how often do you have to reach for your extras? She's just watched one of my videos on extra drill storage. So for my extras, I have reached for them a couple of times for diamond paintings. So in regards to running out of drills, I have reached for them once or twice. I know I did have a diamond painting right near the beginning of my addiction, should we say, and it actually was a colour I didn't have, and somebody very kindly sent me some. So it's not something I've had to reach for a lot. I know some people have to reach for it more than others, and it can depend who you tend to buy your diamonds from, buy your paintings from, as to, you know, the chance of you running out is decreased with some sellers. Some of the higher end sellers, the chance of you running out decreases greatly. But I have, in addition to reaching for them a couple of times for spares as such, for extras, I have actually used a lot of mine and most of mine for 2 Heaven and Earth Design projects. So Heaven and Earth Design is a company that provides cross-stitch charts for cross-stitchers primarily. They have now started doing some things for diamond painters, but their main, you know, initial reason for business was setting up cross-stitch charts of artwork for people to do in cross-stitch. And I have 2 of those that I am doing as diamond paintings. So my canvas is blank, and I am using the chart to tell me where to place the diamonds, as a cross-stitcher would to tell them where to stitch across. and I'm using my spares to do that. So I get a lot more use out of my spares than I would if I only kept them in case I ran out. I would still keep them even if I wasn't doing that project. And the main reason for that is I am impatient. If you find you're going to run out of a colour, it is very, very often that it's near the end of your painting, as you would expect. And I don't want to have to wait to finish a painting for a seller to potentially send me some more diamonds, or for me to have purchased more diamonds and wait for them to be received. I would much rather go into my craft room and get the spares from there and be able to finish my painting. And I feel like I've then not wasted diamonds that are left over from projects as well. There are also many people that do other items with their spares. So any sort of wood pieces that you can get. So you can get some wooden advent calendars, wooden coasters are good ones. I mean, you could do it on other coasters, but wooden things spring to mind that you see that, you know, some people paint, some people do decoupage. There is no reason you can't cover those in glue or double-sided tape and stick diamonds to them. And you can use your spares for that. So there are a few different uses. I primarily use mine for my Heaven and Earth design charts, but I have used them for paintings as well where I've run out. And sometimes if you do get a painting that maybe has a really bad set of a certain drill colour, so you may find that, you know, there's a load of them that are misshapen, or they just don't seem as nice a diamonds as you would normally get in a particular colour, which can quite often be black. Black is one of the, I don't know whether it's the process when they make black, or whether it's seeing the imperfections in a black is harder for them to see them to then be able to fix it. But black diamonds, if you find that you get, for example, a really bad bunch of, say, black diamonds, you can get rid of that bad bunch and replace it with your spares and have nicer quality diamonds to do your diamond painting with. So there is a few different uses. It suits some people, it doesn't suit others. I really enjoy the process of even de-kitting my kits and putting them into my spare storage. I enjoy that process. I have fun with that process. So yeah, I love that as much as anything else. So it's all part of it for me. Hopefully that has answered both of your questions. Susan, she says, in relation, this is Susan H, sorry. She says, regarding the Tiny Decisions app, she said you can assign a weight to each choice. That way, she said, older kits can have a higher number and a likelihood of being chosen if you want. Ooh. She says, but there is still the random aspect to it. So you can put the weights in on the list, and you can hide the weight in the wheel. So each entry looks like it's the same size. It has given her a sense of comfort that her older kits may get done sooner, but that she can still get lucky, as she recently did when her Decision app chose her new Diamond Art Studio of Paris and flowers. Oh, I do kind of like that idea. So if you've got a really old kit in your stash that you feel like you've had for a long time, or even a few, I like the idea of giving that a little bit more weight, as in you've had it longer, you should do it sooner, but that you could still get treated to something new. I'll have to have a look at the diamond paintings on my wheel and see if there are some that are old enough to feel like they deserve more weight, or maybe I could give them weight according to how many years they've been in my stash, maybe. And that would maybe still mean that I could get more recent ones, but also get through some of the older ones. I'll have to have a look in my logbook, because that tells me when I got each one, so I can go through and give it a weight according to the year I got it. That might give me something to have a look at when I get a spare minute. Have a little ponder and decide if I want to throw more weight at the older kits, or if I want to leave it as it is and increase my chances of getting a newer one. Oh, decisions. Right, he's got his coat on now. He's not got his tie, but he's got his coat. And then I've got a few A to do. And then I think it's going to go to L, which I have loads of. I like that idea. I like the fact that you got a treat as well and got your newer one. At least you know that the weight isn't always going to force it to older ones only. Holly, she says she kind of chuckled to herself when I mentioned being drawn to using the pink tray, which I do. I must admit, I do get drawn to the pink tray. She says, like you, she said she is not a pink person at all, but she also finds herself using it more than all the others that she has. Although she does expect it to get some competition from the new beige tray that she was lucky enough to snag. Yes, I can see myself using the beige tray a lot. I think I gravitate towards the lighter colours for a tray, but I do like it to be a colour. So I very much like this pale blue one as well, because it's on that lighter side. And I don't know why. I don't necessarily know why. Maybe it's something to do with the pale pink. The only pale pink that I tend to find is like 818 and 819 are paler pinks. They're the only ones that are very similar to the tray. So all of the other diamonds that are in a diamond painting tend to stand out more. And I don't know if it's that makes me gravitate towards the light pink one more. Whereas beige, I don't know, see, I've had beige in this one, so maybe I'm sure I'll be picking up the beige tray and using that again. Well, I'll probably be using it again in one of these videos. But I can see myself using the beige one a lot more as well. We'll have to see how much I'm still drawn back to my pink one, because I do love it. Tony says, hi Rebecca. She says, I hope you're doing well. She says she loves the glow in the dark and AB drills that I'm adding to the flowers and space. She's also said there are 6 books in the Earth Children series. Yes, I have got muddled up with how many books, but when I said book 5, I was listening to Painted Caves. She said she's read them all physically, but she wouldn't mind listening to the audiobooks. Yeah, I think you do get something from the audiobooks that you potentially miss from reading. I mean, it depends what type of reader you are, but I can definitely skip over big passages of description without speech in it. And I can imagine myself with the Earth's Children books of skipping due to the fact that there is quite a bit of description. But it is actually a series, even though it does have a lot of description. I think now I've finished it and I sort of know how it goes and know more so the differences between the likes of the clan and the others, and know where it all stands, you know, and have picked up on a lot more of the description of the landscape and things. I do feel as though I would like to actually listen to them again, and I feel like I could possibly start the series again very soon. Like, once I've read these, or I say read, once I've had read to me, like my bedtime story, the ones I currently have on Audible, which were like, you know, just included in the membership ones that took my fancy. Once I've listened to those and sort of given myself a bit of a break from that series of possibly even only a month, I'm actually very tempted to go back and listen to all of them again, because I'm sure I will take in a lot of things differently knowing the big picture. But I'm sure I'll bring it up in a waffle, because I waffle. Oh, sorry, just scrolling up. LM Blissful Designs. She says, such a simple but beautiful looking diamond painting in this video, and that was on the 11th of June. She said she did not get the chance to sit down and diamond paint June the 11th due to doing some deep cleaning around the house while her 4-year-old is visiting his grandparents. I suppose if you're not just going to completely zone out, then deep cleaning is definitely something that is easier to do without a 4-year-old about. That's for sure. Do they want to borrow my puppy as well so I can get mine done? Because that's what's stopping me now. It's not the kids, it's the puppy. She said his room terribly needed to be deep cleaned and reorganised. I think there is definitely something beneficial from a deep clean, a good sort out, a good clear out, and a good straighten up. As much as it can be a dreaded task, and quite often I try not to plan the task, it's often something that hits me on a particular get up and go kind of day, and I will go into a room to maybe tidy or dust down and end up blitzing instead of just cleaning. One thing will lead to another and I will just start to do it, and provided I have the time, I love it when I get that finished. Right, because this glue dot is really sticky, my tray is leaning on the painting, and every time I lift the pen up, it is knocking my tray and knocking all my diamonds out of alignment. So they were in beautiful little lines, and they're not anymore. I can shake my tray and get them back in alignment, but they were just all there and waiting for me to use them, and because the glue dot was extra sticky for a moment, it decided to flip them everywhere. Right, I've sort of done my straight line. That one there is not straight though. That one needs to move over. That's not as bad. So let's fill in some of these gaps and hopefully it won't keep lifting it up. I think I'm due new washi tape as well. Well, at least I suppose if you were happy to deep clean his room, then you could class that as a little bit of me time, just in a very weird way because it's cleaning. Just try and make sure you catch up on the real me time, or at least hopefully at the end of his cleaning his room you got a nice peaceful bath or something that was a different type of me time after a busy day of cleaning or deep cleaning. She's also left another comment. This is what confuses me sometimes. I read the same name twice. I'm like, have I read this comment? Have I not? She said she's loving the addition of the glow-in-the-dark drills. She said, and you are correct. She said Brisland from Diamond Art Club does have tons of black and white. Just get some more diamonds. With some fun pops of colour. She said it even has a couple of ABs that she's not yet seen before in any of the kits that she's got. She said she loves seeing colours of ABs that she hasn't gotten before. Yeah, I kind of like it when, you know, there's a different colour of ABs for sure. And also I quite like it when I'm dekitting and find out that I'm dekitting a DMC number that I've not had before. It's like, oh, I actually had one the other day that wasn't even in my Heaven and Earth designs. It's like I had never ever had it in a kit before, and I was like, how on earth have I managed to have not got this one before? But sometimes it happens. Diamond Sparkle Chase says that she always looks forward to watching my videos. She says, enjoying your waffles and can't wait for your next video. Oh, thank you. She says she's ordered her first paint gem. She said the flowers should be here tomorrow and she can't wait to get them. She said she loves the ABs in my flowers and she may do that as well. It's a good fun experiment. Even if you don't do it in all of them, it is fun to just put a few in. It's like adding your own little stamp to the painting. She says hopefully she will get the right colour funnels from fan sales tomorrow as well. And this comment was left a few days ago. It was left on the video on the 12th of June. And spoiler alert, she did get the right colour of funnels. If I have not mixed her up with somebody else on the Facebook group. But I don't think I have. Because I do remember a post that they have got the right colour of turquoise funnels that they have been looking for. And they were obtained from fan sales. So unless you have a double, then you did successfully get your funnels, which is awesome news. So thank you to everybody in the group for helping her out with that one. Because I did have a funnel of the same colour that she wanted. However, when I went onto AliExpress, which is where I got mine from, to find the link, the item was no longer available. So I wasn't playing a guessing game as to another item that may have been similar. It was not the one that I'd purchased, so I wasn't able to pass the same link on, but somebody in the group did. So awesome news. Right, I am just done the couple of little K's there with the tie, just to make it easier to do this W. Just sort of tick that little box, and then I'm going up to just doing the face. And look, whites look so nice in a pale colour, as much as they do in the dark colours. They just pop. Which is why I think I gravitate towards the pastel. More so when I'm diamond painting. And I don't know why, because the bright colours are just funky. But yeah, I'll use them all, but I do tend to sway towards pastel. Sarah says, morning all from Oxford, UK. Morning from up north of you. Nellie says, hi Rebecca. She says, I'm going to do the Crazy Cats painting soon. Awesome. Nellie's been doing a Crazy Dogs painting. And then she's very close to doing her Crazy Cats painting. Gigi's Creations. I couldn't read it then. It said G-I-I. It took me a minute. Gigi's Creations. She says, where did you get the glow-in-the-dark drills? She said it made the painting so beautiful. The glow-in-the-dark drills were actually gifted to me by Margaret, who is a member of the Facebook group and a subscriber. She did actually obtain them from AliExpress as a set, and they're really, really nice diamonds. So you can just search for it. There are a few paintings now that the likes of Fancels have that come with some in it. But for the square ones, she got them from AliExpress. I hope that. Addicted to colouring. She said, looking at your flower, the open tulip, she said, after adding the AB diamonds and completing it with the F diamonds, it resembles a lily rather than an open tulip. She says, I really think they work. It looks pretty. She said, have you kept them in or swapped them out? I have kept them in. I think now, now I've got over the fact that it doesn't look much like a tulip to me. I think the ABs in the flower on its own looks pretty, so I've left them in. Because that was always going to be the easier option. And it's only if I really disliked it that I would have swung towards, taking the time to remove them and replace them with the blank diamonds. And I think I would have kept it either with or without the ABs, whichever way I had chosen to do it on the day. So in this instance, I chose to add ABs to the big tulip, and I've kept them. But I think even if I had chosen to use standard diamonds and not ABs, I would have also kept them. It's not that the ABs are that amazing. I'm so glad I did it. But I do think they look good, and I'm not sorry I did it. Is that a bit cryptic? She says, Addicted to Colouring also says, she says, thanks for keeping me company while she's currently in bed after a poorly night. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, she says, I'm okay now, just sore. I've never got that quick an answer to a question. She says, these waffles are helping me so much. She said, so thank you for all that you do. Oh, I'm so glad that you're feeling better, even if and hopefully you're not as sore now, because you did leave this comment a few days ago. It's not nice feeling rotten, is it? It's not nice at all. So yeah, I hope you are feeling 100% as soon as possible. All Things Crafted by Kaz says she's still playing catch up at the moment. She has 3 days to catch up on. You can do it. 3 days isn't so bad. It's not like it's 3 24-hour periods to catch up on. So you'll be good. I know you'll get there. Sarah Jane Upton said she's just entered for the first time, so for a giveaway, which I'm not sure whether when this video goes up it'll still be there or not. I will be away. It depends if Megan sorts it out while I'm gone. Sarah Jane's also said, she said her tigers or purple and blues. She said she loves the blues in it. She says, funnily enough, after she asked the question on a sealant video, she said the video popped up to watch. So you asked a question about sealant and then YouTube recommended you the sealant video that I did on sealant. I like it. Well, at least YouTube is listening to what you want and promoting the correct video. So at the end of my videos, a screen pops up with a button for you to subscribe, which if you're not already, why not get on it? Press that button at the end of the video, and it also pops up with a video that's recommended for you, which could be one from hundreds of my videos. So have a gander at that when you're done. It might be another whip and waffle if you've only just sort of found my channel, or it could be one of my older videos to take you on a little bit of a ride through history, where I could be chatting about anything. I could be chatting about the fact that you don't need pretty diamond painting pens, which I did on one video, and I've so changed my mind and I love my pretty pens. You never know what video you're going to get. But yeah, I'm glad YouTube recommended the one and saved you hunting for it. That's perfect. Deb, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, loving the whip and waffles. She said she's quite new to diamond painting. She only started in April. That's like 2 months. She said, after watching your tips and tricks videos, she's completed 10. Go girl. 10 since April. That's corking. She says mixture of sizes. She says the biggest being the waterfall she's doing at the moment, which is a 40 by 90. I like it. Dive straight in. She says it has so much confetti. She's been reminded to book an eye test. Yeah, I need to do that too. She says, thanks for letting us join in with the event. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you are enjoying it. It sounds like you are really enjoying diamond painting for sure, especially if you have done 10 in a couple of months. I am impressed with the amount of work, the amount of diamond painting that you've managed to get done. Okay, and that is today's one done. I don't know if that was quite quick or whether it's just because I'm chatting to you guys, but that felt quite quick for a bigger one. I'm sure I'll know when I go to edit the video, but it was quite a blocky colour one rather than being lots of diamonds dotted. So that could always be the way. I am going to retire these pieces of washi tape for this one, but I hope you'll join me for tomorrow's diamond painting. I'm going to go and have a nosy at what it is when I put this one back on the side and grab the next one. But yeah, there will be a story behind this painting. What it is, I don't know, but we have a man with what looks like an apple in front of his face. So at least we know that museum art, older museum art, can be as different as art is nowadays. Art is open to interpretation, so I interpret this as a man with an apple in his face. It does say first man, so I'm going to call him Adam. And yeah, I'm going to stop waffling now. I need to go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Don't forget to check you are subscribed and hit a little like on your way out or on your way to the next video. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.